Hello everybody, this is Hexade with another video of Tokyo Ghoul Invoke. Unfortunately, with the news of the servers being shut down within about the next 2 months, this is probably going to be one of the last videos I do for this game. I decided to use the remaining gems I have to do a summon on the Amon banner. So this is probably going to be one of the last summonings I ever do. They're probably going to make it so you can use some of these, what are they called, the thank you tickets, and pull on a lot of previous units. I don't really think they're going to come up with anything else. Maybe they'll release some stuff they didn't do, but I really do think these last couple ones are just the last ones they had, and they just kind of threw them out there. I hope people would spend money on it. So without further ado, let's just get right into the Amon banner and see what luck we have for the final banner I pull on for the most part. Alright, here we go. Nothing for the first one. Alright. Number 2, we got a Festival Akira. And I need to sell my box. Shoot. And I'm still trying to come up with what I want to do. Just to kind of preserve some of the stuff from this game. I might just do a video or some kind of compilation of a lot of different characters' skills. Because that's really the only thing you could do to preserve it and show it. Everything else is kind of straightforward. So I might do some of that. Alright. I probably should have sold beforehand, but anyways. So here's my box. I didn't really summon too much toward the end of the game, like the last couple months. I pulled for the Kuzin that came out, and I used 100 pills on him, and then I got the Heisei there. I don't know. That unit was really lazily done. You can tell they just stopped caring. There's a couple other examples of that during the game being out, but that Heisei is just thrown together using the models of the 3 other Heisei in the game. So they use the premium ones, you know, Quenke, and he holds the sword like that, and then they use the Ghoul Heisei's Kagane, and it clips right through it. It honestly looks really bad. And they even used the hair from the old model. They could have literally just went in, I forget what the program's called, but the one where you view the 3 models, they could just change the one of the colors of the hair and made it darker to match the art, because the art, I mean, it looks fine, but anyways, I guess what else could I go over? Overall, the game was alright. I got into the game just as a kind of farewell to the Tokyo Ghoul Re series. The manga was wrapping up, and the anime was coming out, and that was kind of a disaster. So this is kind of the end of the road as far as enjoying Tokyo Ghoul Re as a series. Of course, the game is coming out, Called to Exist. But if you've just seen any of the trailers for it, it kind of, you know, not to begin hating on it, it just, like, from the get-go, there's, like, clipping through walls from the models. It just looks like another, you know, lazily done anime game. And so my hopes for that aren't too high. I'll still probably play it. I might, you know, do a video on it or two. But it's probably not going to be too swell of a game. Alright, let's go for step number 3. Alright, I'm just going to skip right to the end here. We got a premium Akira. Alright, step number 4, nothing. Okay, so this is the guaranteed festival unit. And it's the Juso. That's cool. Alright. It is kind of... It sucks. It's kind of sad. There's a lot of units that we're not going to see. Probably ever made into the game. You know, I don't know how much Call to Exist is going to cover. their website, they update it like once every blue moon, and maybe, you know, they already have the characters on there that are probably already in the game. So the cool thing about this game was that there's more of the other characters, the side characters. They got their own unit. Of course, it's not like a whole lot. They just kind of make the model, and then they all kind of attack in a similar way, do their animation. But it was cool that a lot of different characters got shown. Okay. And then we're going to get Amon on the last step. Oh, this is unfortunate. Alright, let's do this last step for the boy here. Yeah, of course. So pretty straightforward last banner. I only got pretty good stuff on the guarantees. And I remember when Reinvoke, they first did the renewal, a lot of the festival banners didn't even have a guarantee for a lot of the steps. So you do a festival banner and it'd be like a, you know, 50% chance most of the time to get the featured unit, and that just really fucking sucked. So I think the Centipede banner was even worse. I'm pulling that one. But gradually the game got better, and it became, you know, it catered a lot more to the free-to-play players. There's a lot of free haka you got from the story, of course, and then there's a lot you'd get from the wars. I think that contributed a bit to the downfall of the game. And another thing was the global release of the game. All the players on the Japanese side kind of archived the characters that already came out, kind of rated them into tiers, so we knew what was good, we knew what was bad. Stuff would come out on the global version of the game and people would just skip it because it wasn't really worth going for. You know, we knew better stuff was coming out. Like, for example, being when the Eto unit came out. Let me see here. Oh, let's get like when she was getting ready to come to global, the Arima that pretty much broke the game came out before it, so there was no point for people to, you know, spend any funds to try and get that one. And the anniversary units kind of split open the game. I don't know how much of a contributing factor it was. It's just, if you had either one of them, you basically had your team built. You could use basically any other unit or just whatever unit you liked alongside them, and you could beat all of the game's content. They didn't really try and make the game any more hard or any more challenge. Every once in a while they did like this S rank thing, and it wasn't really any more difficult. They didn't really expand on it. So overall the game had a lot of missed potential, I'd say, and I still enjoyed it. You know, obviously, like, looking at this, I put some money into the game, two Festival Akiras, and so I played enough to like fund it, and it is a bit disappointing. The game is gonna shut down, you know, but it's a learning experience. I don't think I'm ever gonna put any other kind of funds or like fall for any of these freaking mobile game tactics again. But it was kind of just a final send-off for a series I enjoyed. And then there's Call, you know, I already said before, Call Exist. I mean, we'll check it out, but it's not looking too hot. Let me do one little run through with the Amon, maybe the Juzo as well. I'm not really gonna do too much with that because that's already been out for a while. Well, I'm just gonna upgrade him a little bit just so I have enough AP to get his skill off in one of the missions that are available. Alright. This is probably fine. The game's gonna die anyway. I don't really need to fully max him yet. So that's good. And I also have a decent amount of pills I've been sitting on, because I did think more units were going to come out. I think a lot of people expected the game to kind of die within about a year of the 2nd anniversary, because there wasn't too much they were even doing with the game. These 3 banners right here, along with the Hyrule and the other ones that were out, the Yomo, I mean, I think everybody kind of knew the game was going to die, because why would they shit out some really highly anticipated units just like 3 in one night? These 3 right here, it's kind of crazy. Juzo. Okay. I'm not gonna really mess with him. I think everybody's kind of seen him. Yeah, let's just do one quick little run through, do Amon's skill, and I'll call it a video for now. Like I said, maybe I'll do something later. Let me see, how much of these do I have? So I have 20 guaranteed SSR premiums, 331 of those. That's not really worth watching, to be honest. So let's just go through one of these, why not? So yeah, this Amon was probably one of the more highly anticipated units, I'd say. I mean, everybody was kind of hoping for a Ghoul Amon, and then he just came out along 3 other units at the same time, and you could tell something was up when that happened. So let's see how he looks. You know, the model is alright. The coin case is pretty cool. They definitely did a pretty good job on him, so let's just go through with him. That looks pretty cool. Without getting in too much, I wish they really expanded more on him in the anime itself. Not really the anime, but the series and the manga itself. You know, like explain more why he was like the only Kakuja who couldn't control the shit. I mean, I know the RC, you know, cells being high played into it, and then also him being in that like pod that said Ri on it. You know, King. A couple other stuff, you know, like, you know, he knew, or Donato knew, he knew about him, etc. Yeah, he chose to not kill him. You know, he played him as a favorite kid. You know why? So I mean, it was really rushed at the end. I wish this series focused around him a little bit more, but what are you gonna do? Series itself, like, it's kind of a tragedy. The rush ending of the manga, you know, a lot of loose ends, which happens, you know, for a lot of different series. But the anime just kind of shitted. This game is dying. It was kind of average to bad quality for a long time, so it's understandable. And then call to exist. But let's end it with this big swing here. I believe he does a big swing. Alright, that was pretty cool. Alright, so I think that's what all I'm going to do for this. I think I've rambled on. I don't know how long this has been, about 14 minutes I see. So this is probably one of my last summonings on this game. Well, at least the last summoning with gems. It looks like they're going to be giving us these thank you tickets to summon on all the banners. I'm hoping they give us access to all the, you know, all the exclusive shit, like even the Jack Arima and that kind of thing. Stuff people never really got to play as. Just give it to us. I mean, the game's going to die in 2 months, so we'll keep posted on that. But otherwise, thank you guys for staying tuned for this. Glad we could play the game together. You know, come together for it. It was awesome, and you just have a nice rest of your day. Take care.